Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's that time of year where the sales are hitting all the high streets and it can be such a minefield and it can be overwhelming when you just see percentages everywhere, like 50% off this, 25% off that. So let me ask you a question. Do you fall victim of them and buy anything and everything that has a sale sticker on them? I'll actually let you into a little secret. I hate sale shopping. There is nothing worse than walking into a store and there's clothes all on the floor, they're all on rails. It's actually my worst nightmare. So I thought I'd share my top 5 tips on how to survive the sales. So let's get into it. Starting with tip number 1, stick to a list. You want to look through your wardrobe and actually identify what the missing gaps are. Actually the perfect time to invest in key staple pieces that are missing from your wardrobe that you can get at higher quality for a cheaper price so that you can wear them literally all year round. I would also recommend looking forward and think actually what you could buy for the next season, so like things like coats, boots, etc. Buy now, wear later. Mango have some amazing boots in the sale at the moment and with a huge discount, so is that something that you need, then now would be the perfect time to get them. Moving on to tip number 2, it's only a bargain if you actually need it. This is my favourite tip by far. Now I'm going to be real with you and give you some tough love. Buying clothes just because your favourite brand has 50% off, but for it just to sit in your wardrobe and collect dust, it's not a bargain. It's simply a waste of money and none of us need that right now. I personally would suggest having a budget instead. You want to spend wisely and money that you currently have and not money that you don't have, because we don't want to be racking up them credit card bills now, do we? So pick a number that you can afford and stick to it. Next up is tip number 3. Do your research. This kind of may sound like a bit much, but I personally feel like it's a bit necessary. So for example, say you've got your eye on a pair of boots that you have wanted for ages and that the brand sells all year round. I suggest doing some research to see if this discount is actually the best that you can get, as it could potentially be cheaper any other time of the year, such as like a bank holiday deal. I do tend to find that May bank holiday deals tend to come up best compared to like Black Friday deals, for example, because a lot of retailers are actually quite crafty and they tend to put the price up before it goes on sale and then drops the price back down to the original price, making you think that you're actually getting a bargain when you're really not. So that's actually something just to bear in mind. Moving on to tip number 4, check the returns policy. You don't want to be buying something that doesn't fit to then realise that you can't return it and then you're pretty much just then stuck with it. It's just a waste of money, so please do check. If you're anything like me, who hates trying on clothes in the changing room and would rather do it in the comfort of their own home, then this tip is perfect for you. And lastly, tip number 5, I want you to ask yourself these 4 questions every time you pick up a piece of clothing. Do I love it? Really think hard about this one, because initially we can fall in love with a piece of clothing and then over time we can end up just going off it. One thing I like to do is just sit on it and think about it. If I've seen something online that I really love, I wait a few days and then I go back to that piece of clothing to see if I actually have the same reaction. If I do, then great. If I don't, then it's not for me, and then I just move on. The second question I want you to ask yourself is, can you make 3 different outfits with your current items in your wardrobe? If I can't think off the top of my head if I can make 3 different outfits with the clothes that I already have back at home, then this piece of clothing is not coming home with me. I personally want to be able to make the most of my wardrobe and I want to be able to make the most of my money. It's all about making your clothes work harder for you and for you to get that cost per wear. The third question I want you to ask yourself is, does it suit your body shape? This is a huge one, because if it doesn't suit you, then what's the point in buying it? Also, buying clothes for your current body shape, not for when you want to lose weight, etc. Trust me, I have been there and it doesn't make you lose weight even quicker, or even at all for that matter. And the fourth and final question I want you to ask yourself when you pick up a piece of clothing is, do you already have something similar in your wardrobe? How many times have you gone shopping, bought yourself a pair of new jeans, to then go home to find that you have 5 pairs of the exact same jeans that are already sitting in your wardrobe? We need to regularly go through our wardrobe just to see what's in it so we don't keep making the same mistake. so that when you do go shopping, you won't be picking up the same pair of jeans 10 times. If the answer is yes to all 4 of these questions, then we have a winner and a match made in heaven. But if the answer is no, then you are simply just wasting your time and your money, so just put the piece of clothing down and move on. And there you have it. That was a short and sweet video, but it was my 5 tips on how to conquer the sales. So next time you do go to a sale, just keep these tips in mind so you don't get sucked into them. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you actually enjoyed this type of video and if it's something that you want to see more of. But yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.